Let me introduce you to the life of Elisabeth Samson, a woman whose name deserves to be celebrated far beyond history books. Her story isn't just about being the first black woman to legally marry a white man in Suriname. It's about ambition, resilience, and an unrelenting determination to defy the odds. Born into a world where freedom and wealth were scarce for black people, Elisabeth carved a legacy as one of the richest and most powerful women of her time. In 1715, Elisabeth was born in Paramaribo, Suriname, to Mariana, a freedwoman of African descent, and an unknown black father. Her family's freedom was hard-won. Mariana, originally named Nano, had been enslaved but was emancipated after her former owner, Jan van Susteren, freed her and their children. This freedom set the foundation for Elisabeth's rise, but it didn't shield her from the harsh realities of a world divided by race and privilege. Elisabeth's half-brother, Charlot, took it upon himself to free the rest of their siblings from bondage, ensuring the family could live together as free individuals. Raised in her half-sister Maria's household, Elisabeth was educated in reading, writing, and arithmetic, rare skills for a black woman in the 18th century. By the time she was a teenager, Elisabeth was already proving to be shrewd and ambitious. At just 19, Elisabeth began acquiring property, a move that foreshadowed her future success. But her sharp tongue got her into trouble. In 1736, she was convicted of slander for spreading rumors about the governor. The scandal led to her exile to the Netherlands, where she spent 2 years fighting the verdict. With the help of a lawyer, Elisabeth successfully overturned her conviction and returned to Suriname in 1739. Her return marked the start of a business empire. Elisabeth purchased plantations and slaves, quickly establishing herself as a force in the coffee trade. By her mid-20s, she was not only wealthy but influential, though her personal life continued to challenge societal norms. Elisabeth entered a romantic and business partnership with Karl Otto Kreutz, a German army officer who shared her ambition. Together, they expanded their holdings, acquiring plantations, ranches, and luxury homes in Paramaribo. Their main residence was a show of wealth and power, filled with mahogany furniture, crystal chandeliers, and imported European luxuries. Their estate included a wine cellar, 44 house slaves, and stables with rental apartments above. Despite her success, Elisabeth faced constant societal discrimination. In 1764, she sought to marry Kreutz, a white man, but Surinamese law prohibited interracial marriage. Elisabeth was not one to back down. She petitioned the colonial authorities, who dismissed her request, and then escalated the matter to the Dutch Society of Suriname. After years of deliberation, the States General ruled in her favor, stating that Dutch law, which allowed interracial marriages, overruled local colonial laws. But tragedy struck. By the time the ruling came in 1767, Kreutz had passed away after years of illness. Elisabeth was undeterred. She expanded her empire, acquiring plantations. Her ventures brought her immense wealth, with annual earnings far exceeding those of the colonial governor. In 1767, Elisabeth finally married Hermanus Daniel Zober, a younger white man, making history as the first black woman in Suriname to legally marry a white man. By the time of her marriage to Zober, Elisabeth was at the height of her power. Her coffee plantations, including Clevia and La Solitude, were among the most profitable in the colony. In 1768 and 1769, she and her sister Nanette commissioned the construction of a ship, the Miss Nanette and Miss Elisabeth, to transport their coffee directly to Europe. The ship became a symbol of their entrepreneurial spirit, carrying goods stamped with their initials to international market. Her wealth was staggering, and she controlled over 800 enslaved laborers across her properties. Together with her husband Zober, they managed a vast network of estates, but their happiness was short-lived. Elisabeth passed away on April 21, 1771, at the age of 56. Despite her immense wealth and accomplishments, she was buried without a headstone, a stark reminder of the societal prejudice she faced throughout her life. Her husband, Zober, inherited her fortune, but his poor financial management led to its rapid decline. By 1778, her once thriving empire was bankrupt, and her plantations were taken over by creditors. Though Elisabeth had no children to carry on her legacy, her story stands as a testament to resilience and ambition. She defied the odds in a world designed to keep women like her invisible, building an empire that shook the foundations of colonial society. While her wealth may have been lost, her name endures as a symbol of black excellence and tenacity. Elisabeth Samson's life was a paradox, both a triumph and a tragedy. She achieved what few could even dream of, becoming a black woman of immense power in an era of slavery and racial inequality. Yet her story also serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of success in an oppressive system. Would her story have ended differently in a world without racial barriers? Or was her rise itself a quiet revolution, proving that even in the darkest times, brilliance can shine through? Perhaps Elisabeth's greatest legacy is the questions she leaves behind, challenging us to imagine what true equality could achieve. For more videos like this, like, comment, and subscribe.